Namaste, Jai Bharat. Muhammad Iqbal, the poet, philosopher, who is an important figure in Pakistan after they are getting separated from Bharat, treats Islam as a polity. Of course, he also thinks Islam is a unity, which of course obviously is not the case as people understand. But he thinks and he speaks and he propagates and he advocates that Islam is a polity, which of course has been supported with pan-Islamic thoughts about Dar ul Islam. Now, in common perspective, there are many people in Bharat who treat such kind of polity Islam, which is called political Islam in modern times, originates with Muhammad Iqbal. And even prior to that, because otherwise what is caliphate? What are all those things? They're all political Islams. With the Hindutva concept of Bharat. Hindutva concept is a very recent concept. Hindutva may be treated as a polity, but how Hindutva is different from the Islamic polity or political Islam is important to see. In political Islam, the focus is on faith system. The focus is on faith system. All who are unfaithful in the eyes of the person who talks about it are treated as kafirs, outsiders, and they have earned death or live under humiliation paying taxes called jizya. Simple. But what is Hindutva? About political Islam, people understand, they know it. But people don't know what Hindutva is, because Hindutva is largely represented. Hindutva, to begin with, is a quality concept, as is the case with most the Sanskrit concepts, because most Sanskrit concepts are quality concepts, connotative concepts, not denotative concept, not quantity concepts. For example, Brahmana. A person with given qualities is a Brahmana, not by virtues being. And Arya, very grossly misunderstood concept, which has driven Hitler crazy to the extent of the World War II. Arya concept. It's a quality concept. Given these qualities, you could be addressed as an idea. Manusmriti says this. And the definition of idea is in the, I think, 4th century lexicon, Amaragosha, which says Sattva, Sajjana, Sadguna, all these things are idea. Anyone with these qualities are idea. So we, in Bharati knowledge tradition, in the Veda-Upanishadic knowledge tradition, have mostly quality concepts, connotative concepts, and not denotative concepts, as it is done elsewhere. This is an important postulate one should make to make things clear. Otherwise, there will be confusions and contradictions arising from these confusions. So Hindutva is a quality concept. It's not a denotative concept, it's a connotative concept to begin with, number one. Number two, in political Islam, the focus is on faith system. In political Hindutva, if I'm allowed to use the term, the focus is not on a faith system simply because, and primarily because, and evidently and obviously because there is no one faith system in the Hindu Dharma. There are multiple faith systems. This is important. So faith system can't be seriously taken. Faith system concerns the individual's concern. That much creative the Vedas are. The Vedas are aimed at individuals of past, present, and also future. That's how an interpretation of Vedas becomes impossible. It has to make sense to an individual of past, present, and also future. That's how we find Sri Aurobindo Maharshi, who tried writing the Secret of the Vedas book and not failing to complete, he stopped it because he understood it's not possible because it's ever dynamic. So this is the conceptual difference between political Islam And so-called, see, if you call political Hindutva, it's not concerned with faith system. It's not concerned with obedience. It's concerned with quality, and of course, the knowledge tradition is fundamental to us. It's important to us. The Veda Upanishadic knowledge tradition is fundamental to us. And the Sanskriti of Bharat, in English we have to say it as a culture, but culture is much smaller as compared to Sanskriti. Sanskriti is a much wider concept because Sanskriti implies knowledge basis. It's built upon a knowledge tradition, the Veda Upanishadic knowledge tradition, with a built-in longing towards the transcendental. In culture you don't find all these things. Culture is simply refined human existence. Sanskriti is refined human existence based on the Veda Upanishadic knowledge tradition with an inbuilt longing towards the transcendental. What is transcendental? We don't say. Whatever as per you. So, the knowledge tradition gives rise to Sanskriti, and that Sanskriti is what really makes you what you are, and that is your identity. And Hindutva is nothing but this Sanskriti. Faith system has absolutely no role to play in it. You can be anything. You can believe in anything. You need not to believe in anything. See, there are Hindus like Hiranyakashipu, the Hindus like Maharshi Charvaka. They don't believe, and they never cease to be Hindus. It's not faith that makes you a Hindu. It's a Sanskrit that makes you a Hindu. That important difference people forget, or tend to forget, or ignore, because it's easy for them to understand a religion, one religion, and treat all other religions as similar to that. That is how the fear. That's how the fear is put in the minds of Muslims of Bharat by the opposition politically, who would say, who are led to believe that if the Hindus become, if there is a Hindu rule, Hindus are already majority in Bharat. The Hindus will do to Muslims what the Muslims would have done to Hindus under similar conditions. Here they treat the criterion or the logic of their given religion to another category of thought system and faith system, not faith system. Hindu Dharma is not a faith system. It's an assemblage of many faith systems for each individual in a different manner. They treat them as one and the same, but they are not one and the same. So, if you treat Hindutva as a Sanskriti, then all fear, all misunderstanding can instantly vanish at once. Your faith system has nothing to do with your being. Your faith system is absolutely private business. Here we find Iqbal criticizing the Christian states of Europe for delinking Christianity with the state, from the state, because he wanted it to be political alone. So Hindutva is a connotative concept. It's a quality concept. It's a concept of a Sanskriti, which is based on a knowledge tradition. And of course there is a transcendental longing in whichever manner you want. The transcendental longing can manifest, see, we have many ways, either in bhakti, or in karma, or in jnana, or in yoga, or in anything. Or create your own method of finding expressions of your longing towards transcendence. You have that freedom. So stop confusing between the concept of Hindutva and something else which is not Hindutva. And to that extent, all people of Bharat living, all people of Bharat and all people of the world who are with the Sanskriti of Bharat are Hindus, not religiously, but on the basis of Sanskara, Sanskriti. Let's understand it, let's keep understanding it. Never confusions. And from the confusions, dislike develops, hatred develops, antagonism develops, animosity develops. Let's stop it, let's understand this is a quality concept. So we meet again with some other thoughts. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.